Uh, Trev, are you going to be reviewing Breaking Bad?
Well, generic viewer 9001, I will answer your question with another question. Do fat chicks like cheeseburgers? Yes! Of course, I'm going to be reviewing the final half of Season 5 of Breaking Bad, episode by episode, just like I did for the first half of Season 5 and for the majority of the other show. Did some recaps, reviews for, the earlier episodes of the earlier seasons. For me, I mean, Breaking Bad for me is like the second best television series I've ever seen. In my opinion. I mean, I like drama, and I'm not a big fan of comedy. A lot of people, they like comedy shows like The Simpsons and stuff like that, and that's cool, and those are amazing. The Simpsons, obviously. Simpsons, awesome, right? But for me personally, I really like drama shows. The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, these types of programs, these types of shows. Same with movies too. I like drama-based movies more so than I would a comedy. I do like comedy sometimes too, but generally my favorite when it comes to watching anything really is going to be these types of shows. So for me, Walking Dead can't be beat. It's my favorite of all time, and Breaking Bad is number 2. About a year ago or a year and a half ago, I asked people on my channel. People were recommending me to check out Breaking Bad because I was reviewing The Walking Dead. I was watching, the show religiously, and they're like, man, you got to check out Breaking Bad. And I knew about Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle, and thought he was really funny as Hal in Malcolm in the Middle, and couldn't really picture him in this kind of a role since I was typecasting. I used to seeing him in a funny role with his wife who's always harping at him, and he's always like acting like a little kid, like his mom's telling him what to do. So I thought that was funny about the Hal character, but I never pictured he would be able to pull off some of the stuff he's pulled off in this show. The acting from him in this show is like, oh my God, man, so good. The delivery of the lines, I am the danger, stay out of my territory. I mean, the crying in Hank's office, so many things. I mean, just amazing. And I love how character-centric this show is, where you have a few cast of main characters. You have Hank, you have Walt, you have Jesse, you have Skyler, and a couple others, Gus Fring, and the rest of the people. But you don't really have that many characters considering how many episodes we've had of the series. So that being said, it's really been very centered around those characters, and we've really gotten some amazing evolution of those characters from the beginning of the series, especially with Walt, up until now, and even the rest of the characters too. Hank, Skyler, Jesse, and the rest of them, they've all changed so much as the show's gone through. So a few people asked me, am I going to be reviewing it? What do I think about it? This kind of stuff. It's starting on Sunday. I am off Sunday, which is amazing. I have not been off on Sundays in years, so I usually can't get my reviews up until like 4 or 5 a.m. Now, at least for August, I should be able to get my reviews up earlier that night, so maybe like 1 a.m. or midnight or something like that, depending. So I'll watch the episode, make my notes, and then review it and post the review on YouTube afterwards. I do have every episode reviewed of Breaking Bad in my channel if you guys want to go back and watch the first half of Season 5 in the channel, especially the finale of the first half you may want to check out. People just wanted to really hear me do like a recap on the show. Now there's some really good recaps online that are using footage of Breaking Bad. I'll put the links in the description. There's one that's like Breaking Bad in 9 minutes. I think Screen Junkies did it. I'll get the link and put it below. And you can watch it, and basically it's like 9 minutes, and it goes through the entire series in that short amount of time. It takes out some characters and a lot of different things that happen, but the core story really is there in 9 minutes, and they really go through it quickly. Also, too, I'm not allowed to use footage from shows. A lot of people ask me about that too sometimes. I'd love to do a recap and use footage of the shows. Guess what? It's against the law. It's copyright infringement, and you can't do that. You'll get your channel shut down for that shit. Lots of channels have been shut down for that. Television Promos was one that had like over 1,000, maybe 2,000 television commercials in their channel, and the channel was huge. I mean, like 100,000 subscribers or more, so many millions of views, probably over 30 or 50 million, I forget exactly. Because all they were doing was taking the commercials and putting them in their channel. So just for the layman, I can't do that. My channel will be shut down. I have enough trouble as it is just doing it this way and not getting striked and not getting the channel in trouble. So that's not something I can do for a recap, but just to give my thoughts very briefly, I'm very excited for Sunday, of course. There really isn't a lot of like trailers or, you know, that much released by AMC. There's some teasers with a few little things, but it's usually only a few seconds of like Hank driving in the car all angry and thinking, and you know, just different things like that. But they're not really that in depth, so we can't really make predictions on where Vince Gillihan is going to go with the end of the show and which way it's going to go. You know, he's Scarface now. Heisenberg, you know, Walt has become Heisenberg. He's become Scarface. So, you know, I mean, where's it going to go from here? I'd have to say, if he didn't die at the end, I'd be surprised. I think it's all going to come crashing down, and he's going to die at the very end of the series, and it's going to be some of the most epic shit ever, man. I am really stoked for the end of Breaking Bad. It's something I've been looking forward to all year. I was kind of upset last year when they said they were going to split it up into 2 halves and put the final half this year, but it sounds like it's such high quality and it's so good that they figured we could actually split up this season into 2 parts because the episodes are that dense, they're that good, and 8 episodes of this quality justifies its own season, and I can't really disagree with that, or at least justifies splitting it up and doing it again this summer. At this point, I'm glad they did that because now we're going to get to see the final hurrah for Heisenberg and what's going to happen, and I think the ending, you know, maybe I'm on the wrong track here. I think Heisenberg's going to die, Walt's going to die. Maybe they're going to go the other way, and he's going to survive. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens with it. But, you know, in terms of a recap, I mean, every season of the show has been amazing, from Gus Fring, from, you know, all the other characters we've had, the growth and the evolution and the building to the point now where Walt has like a storage unit just full of cash that needs to be washed through a business like his car wash. Washing mean like money laundering. He needs to filter that through an intermediate to be able to put that into a bank account. Because if you just deposit like $10 million into a bank account, the IRS and stuff and the banks, you're going to get caught right away. So he's going to, you know, obviously he can't, you know, Skyler can't wash all the cash. So I think that's, you know, there's so many different, I mean, that's just random, but there's so many different awesome things about Breaking Bad and how intellectual it is and how interesting it is psychologically and, you know, the characters and, oh man. So in terms of, you know, the first half of season 5, I loved every single part of it, even Todd with shooting the kid and Walt, you know, showing that he's, you know, against Mike and what happened with that, and that he's not willing to say die or let down even with the wrist thing and all that, and oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. So I'm really looking forward to it, and if you guys want to hear more of my thoughts about the series, I mean, you know, just go watch my other videos, really, is all I can really say. I think it's going to be great. I think we're going to get to see a lot more character deaths at the end, and I hope that, you know, I'd like to see Walt survive, but I don't think he will, and I'd like to see Jesse survive. I don't know if he will. Well, Jesse, yeah, I think he might survive. And Saul, maybe. Saul could die, actually. They could kill him. And let's see, who else we got? Skyler. Oh, man, someone's got to kill Skyler. And then, of course, Hank is going to become, you know, the big bad now of the series, at least from our perspective, because we follow Walt, right? Hank is going to be, you know, even though he's the good guy, really, and Heisenberg, or, you know, Walt has become Heisenberg now. Walt is not really his name anymore. It's Heisenberg, and he's, you know, he's Heisenberg. That's all I can say. So, in terms of Breaking Bad, I can't wait for it. Just want to throw this video up real quick. I've been really busy this week and stuff. I haven't had a lot of chance to do a lot of videos. But this was what I wanted to do, and looking forward to Sunday night when it all starts. And let me know what you guys think about it. You know, let's do some predictions. Do you think Walt's going to survive? Do you think the end of the series is the end of him? Do you think Jesse's going to make it? What are you thinking for the rest of the series? What have you thought of the series so far? Let's talk about it in the comments, discuss it. And of course on Sunday, like I said, the review will be posted later on that night after it airs. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick recap and my thoughts on the series in general. And amazing show. Still my second favorite show on TV. Sorry, Game of Thrones fans. It's still my second, you know. Yeah, I can say that for sure. So, anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.